Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So now it's midnight already, 1 o'clock in the morning, early morning. So I want to discuss on consuming apple cider vinegar. Okay. Nowadays, we are all very health conscious, right? On what foods to eat, what diet regime to be practiced, right? So many regime of diet for different purpose, right? There are ketogenic diet, there are vegan and vegetarian diet, right? There are diet who do not want to take sugar at all, or very minimum carbohydrate, low calorie intake, right? And eat lots of vegetable and fruits, right? Okay. Some people would drink water excessively, 2 liter, 3 liters of water, even 4 liters, 4 liters, 5 and 6 liters or so I've ever heard of. Okay. All right. So we want to discuss on the consumption of apple cider vinegar. We all know that apple cider vinegar is a good functional foods, right? To treat disease, to detox our body system, right? And lots of benefits. We can get it from internet, right? They discuss all benefits regarding apple cider vinegar or fermented cider vinegar from other fruits as well, like grapes, pomegranate, dates, or even starchy foods like rice, right? All this considered fermented vinegar, right? Fermented cider vinegar, right? So okay, apple cider vinegar composition, right? This we have to look into the composition, nutrients, and the active compounds mainly consist in apple cider vinegar, right? Okay, the main nutrient inside an apple cider vinegar is acetic acid, right? Acetic acid, or its chemical names is ethanoic acid, carbon 2 of carboxylic acid. Okay. It contains also other organic acid as well. If apple cider vinegar, then it would contain malic acid, maybe some of lactic acid, right? And others as well. Okay. So apple cider vinegar is a weak acid, right? It's a weak acid, not a strong acid, right? The pH may be around 3, right? Around 3, something like that. So acetic acid is chemically is capable to dissolve fats molecule, right? Acetic acid have the capacity to dissolve fats, right? So this properties is very useful for us to remove or to detox our blood plasma or blood from fat accumulate, right? Fat accumulation in our bloodstream, right? So including the bad fats, right? This one that should be removed first, right? all bad fats that uh, that is that will yield inflammation, inflammation in our blood, as well as on our blood vessel wall, right? This will pose high risk of cardiovascular disease, right? Arterial wall diseases, right? So by consuming apple cider vinegar would remove all this trans fat, right? Oxidized fatty acid that would oxidize our cholesterol, right? Our good cholesterol or bad cholesterol, no, uh, LDL, HDL, right? And fat molecule inside our bloodstream. So we do not want this to be occur inside our blood, right? It would be disastrous to our health, right? Okay, and it will create blockage in our circulatory system, the transport system of our nutrients. Once we absorb from our digestive system, the foods being broken down and absorbed into the bloodstream, then from there it will be transported to our organs and finally into the cells to be metabolized, right, to produce energy. So apple cider vinegar is a good candidate to detox our blood, right? Actually, it can detox also our excretory organs like kidney, liver, and or colon, right? Very good detox foods. That's why it's considered functional foods, right? Okay, so apple cider vinegar is a good remedy, natural remedy for metabolic diseases, right? Metabolic interference, insulin resistant, right? For diabetes type 2, hypercholesterolemia, high cholesterol, for high blood pressure person, for cardiovascular disease, atherosclerosis, right? For stroke, right? So diseases that affect our bloodstream or blood vessels, right? So that's why in Ayurvedic and Unani medicine they use apple cider vinegar in their regime to treat cardiovascular disease. All right. But if you consume apple cider vinegar for long term, every day, overdose, like 1, 2, or 3 times daily, right, continuously for months, even years, then it would give you an imbalanced state of your body, right? Imbalance. So our homeostasis mechanism will be affected, right, negatively, right? So because a sour foods, right, sour food cannot be taken so much, right? We need sour food, right, to have an optimized metabolism inside our cells. But if overdose, then it may affect our cells metabolism as well, right? Okay, the electrolyte and fluid balance would be affected, right? The movement of fluids and electrolyte, right? Okay, In Ayurvedic, this sour food, including other sour foods like lemons, citrus fruits, also considered as cold foods, right? Even though in modern medicine, in modern nutrition and modern medicine, uh, do not accept these points of view, right? So, but actually, it uh, may impose a health risk to our body if it uh, be consumed daily for long terms, right? Okay, what are the symptoms would be experienced by consuming apple cider vinegar daily for long terms? Okay, so number one, you will get cold sensitivity, right? That's why this food considered as cold foods, right? All sour food considered as cold foods, right? Your body very sensitive to cold weather, even cold water, right? Cannot touch cold water, right? And they cannot take early morning shower, right? For these people, they cannot take early morning shower because they will get shivering, very cold, right? And it will affect their their breath as well, right? Okay, okay. You will be cold sensitive, right? Number two will be weak. You will experience weak body and energyless. Okay, energyless. So very weak. You cannot do routine activity like usual, right? Okay, so it will affect your daily routine activities, right? Number two, weak. Number three, dizziness. You may experience dizziness, right? Okay, because like I was saying just now, sour foods may affect fluid and electrolytes balance, right, inside our body. The cavity, extracellular versus intracellular. The cavity of extracellular in intracellular, right? So this movement of fluids and electrolyte would be affected. So the balance of these fluids and electrolytes cannot be maintained anymore, right? So this may affect our bodily function, our cardiovascular function, right? Even our brain function as well, right? Because nutrients, oxygen would be transported through bloodstream, right? Okay, if fluid and electrolyte is not in proper balance, extracellularly, extra and intracellular, right, then we would be in problem, right, of delivering nutrients and oxygen, right? Okay. Number three, dizziness. Number four, the side effects, the adverse effect may be faced by people who consume overdose apple cider vinegar daily in long terms. As the appetite would be suppressed, right? So the intake of foods and calorie would be tremendously down, reduced. Okay, we have to uh, we have to work, learn, right? Physically and mentally active needs uh, lots of energy, right? When we consume less energy than what we need, then we will feel weak and inactive, right? Okay, it would bring you, it will lead you to brain fog as well if you do not take sugar. Okay? If you do not take sugar and you consume apple cider vinegar overdose daily, this will impose you much higher health risk, right? Okay. Number 5, your heartbeat would be lower, right? Would be lower. Your number 6, your blood pressure also can be lower down, right? Okay, all these symptoms would cause you to be very, very weak, right? In long terms, you will feel very weak, very cold sensitive, right? And also, right, number 7, appetite. Once your appetite down, being suppressed by overdose of apple cider vinegar, you are prone to get gastric wind inside your stomach, right? You should get enough calorie, but you do not take that amount of calorie that you need, right? This will make you your digestion system upset, right? Okay, that's why many people who take apple cider vinegar may get gastric or gastritis, right? Because of improper practice, improper consumption of apple cider vinegar, right? It should be taken closely with the meal, right? Once you take apple cider vinegar in empty stomach, within 1 hour you should take calorie foods, right? Calorie foods, not vegetables and fruits. It would promote you more high risk of getting gastric, right? Gastritis. Okay, and you feel very weak. Even you will have hypoglycemia, right? The symptoms of hypoglycemia, even though your blood sugar is still in normal range 4 to 5, but the accelerated down of blood sugar would affect your energy level, right? You feel hypoglycemic symptoms, right? And then you will feel breathlessness. Okay, you will breathe ineffectively, right? Okay, so be careful of taking supplements, any supplements, even functional foods, right? Natural functional foods, vegetables and fruits as well, especially the sourish foods, right? This is a strong functional foods for detoxification. So too much detoxification of our blood plasma, bloodstream, would impose imbalance that later on we will get the adverse effect, the symptoms, right? Okay. So it's good for a slimming program diet, right? When you get suppressed appetite, right? But you must be in moderate practice, right? So must always check your calorie needs, right? Should be balanced. It must be balanced for your energy consumption of your body, right? For your physical and mental activities, right? Okay. You may have also risk of cramping, right? Leg cramping if you take overdose of apple cider vinegar. All these caused by electrolyte imbalance and fluid imbalance as well, right? Caused by overdose of apple cider vinegar intake, right? So for people who practice strict diet, rigid diet regime, they should not take apple cider vinegar, right? Even citrus fruits, the sourish foods like fermented foods, kefir, laban, sour milk of Arabic, yogurt, right? And kombucha tea, all these sourish foods, right? Fermented foods, is not suitable for a rigid or strict diet regime, right? Because it would create imbalance much higher, in a much higher mode, right? So you will get symptoms, the bad symptoms, right? The adverse effect will be experienced significantly, right? Higher for these people who practice strict regime of diet, right? Even it's vegan, keto diets, right? Not taking sugar at all, right? Okay, I stress on people who practice strict rigid diets because they may impose easily imbalance in their bodies, right? That's my worry on these people, right? So actually in my practice of nutrition counseling and even for treatment of metabolic diseases, I would give guidelines of food intake, food regime intake, nutrition in balance, and moderate way of practice, right? I would not suggest or advise people to do a strict diet. It would affect negatively, because I saw many people who are very health conscious. They now only want to practice a healthy diet. This type of people, a new health conscious people, they are very eager, very high spirit to get health, right, from their disease state. But if you practice or your approach wrongly applied, then you may get even worse health risk, right? So maybe in short term they will feel better, right? They will feel better and active. But later on, after 1 month, 2, 3 months, with this strict diet, right, to get slimming or to get blood sugar down, blood pressure down, right, cholesterol down, right, it will affect their health as well, right? Okay, so our body is like this. Okay, bad diets shouldn't be taken, right? If you take, it may impose disease in your body, whether through inflammation or metabolic interference, right? Like this. So it will be imbalanced in this way. If you take good foods, right? Good foods, whole foods, but if you take wrong dose or overdose over a long period of time, then the balance will be affected as well for the opposite way, like this, right? So you will get imbalanced states of your body, your homeostasis will be affected, and you will get diseases as well. Your function of your organs or your cell tissue will be affected, then you will get diseases as well, right? But it can be reversible, right? Okay. Okay, so that is how I treat people through diet, through food, through good food, whole food, and nutrition, right? To be moderate and according to their body needs for their nutrients, right? Calorie, right? We should not limit our calorie ample or improper way, right? Okay, that's why every practice of diet regime must be done in proper way. So I would advise you and whoever want to practice any regime of diet, they should go to the nutritionist or dietitian, right, or even doctor, right, who would give a proper way of dieting, practicing balanced diet, right, for their health or for their specific diseases, right, or for their intent purposes of slimming or whatever lah, to build up muscle, right? So we should have all nutrients, right, in the food pyramid accordingly, right? Okay, we should follow. I would follow food pyramid, even though some people and growing greater now, many people also not agree with food pyramid like this, right? At the bottom of the pyramid should be carbohydrate, right? Grains, carbohydrate, and on the tips of the pyramid should be minimally taken fats, sugar, salt, right? Okay, so we must be always refer to food pyramid, right? To make sure we take our foods, or we practice a diet regime in a balanced way of practice, right? Okay, right. Deficiency of certain nutrients or overdose of certain nutrients may impose health risks right, to your body, right? So don't forget on food pyramids, right? Okay. uh, I think that's all for this for now. Okay, next time maybe we will discuss on other issues as well. Hope you may subscribe or like and share for the benefits of others as well. Okay. uh, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.